Well, welcome. It's Trevor, your biohacking coach. I am super excited. I am here with Nick Kondelis. He just finished our Biohack the Fat Body Transformation System. Nick, I'm super excited to have you on this call. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome,
Really
man.
good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You had some amazing progress and weight loss results in our system. And I thought it'd be great just to get you on here and just to talk about your experience because I know you had an amazing transformation. And I just wanted you to talk about it for a little bit. So first off, why did you decide to join our system?
Well, I've been struggling with my weight for a while, and I got to my heaviest point right before I joined. For me, it was 180 pounds. I had never been at that weight before. And I thought I could just do it on my own, and I was wrong. I had a lot to learn. So I thought about joining your system, in the past, and I kind of put it off. And then finally, I decided to message you, and it went from there.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm glad you joined because you had an amazing body transformation. I wanted you to explain how this all happened. So tell us, what was your experience like in our system?
Well, initially when we started, it was a matter of you explaining to me that the way I was eating was wrong, and I was not going to change my weight, my physical health, or anything like that. So in the beginning, it was a lot of you coaching me and telling me, okay, so here's what we need to do. Here's the science behind it and why it works. And when you explained that to me, I was like, okay, this guy gets it. Like, it's not just a fad diet. Like, it is, changing, your lifestyle, changing your eating habits, using your hormones and everything to your advantage. So when you explained that to me, I was like, okay, it's legit. And it was one of those things where I was like, okay, let's try it out. So it went from there. Yeah.
No, that's great. That's fantastic. Now, I want you to talk about the meals because this is the big thing. A lot of people think, oh my God, it's going to be so much meal prep and lots of recipes. And oh my God, it's very complicated, but it's very different. So I just wanted your perspective on, the meal plans, how were the meals? Did they taste good? Like, give us a little bit of an idea of like the meals and how they were when you were going through our system.
Yeah, absolutely. The meals were fantastic. There was never an issue of me getting bored and like, oh, doesn't taste great. That was never an issue. And the meal planning itself, others may do it differently. I did it like 3 days at a time. So like on Sunday, I would do like, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, I would do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I just kind of did it like that. So it wasn't overwhelming, right? To some people, it's like, if I have to do the whole week, like that'll take forever. And it really doesn't. But I mean, I just kind of did it on 3-day increments. So I would, cook off my proteins. I would cut my romaine and my spinach. So it was just literally grab it, measure it, put it in a bowl, and go from there. I found it really easy. I found that, there was a point there with around Christmas where I had to do more of a vegetarian diet for religious reasons. And I approached you and you were like, yeah, that's easy. Here's what we'll do. We'll just change this and we'll do shrimp instead of chicken, and we'll do more avocado instead of the ranch dressing. So it was super easy. Like, I didn't miss a beat. And that was the one thing where even my wife was telling me, like, during the fasting time, I'm usually focusing on like carbs to fill up, but then I'm hungry after like an hour. But I was eating normally and I was full. So I wasn't like sitting there, raiding the pantry dish every, 45 minutes or so. So it was great. It was a great experience.
Yeah, I remember that. Actually, that was amazing because you actually sent me a text message and you said, like, this is the best I've ever felt during my fasting time here.
Yeah.
So that's really great. That was actually when I got that text, that made me super happy because I was like, this is great. Like, I like those changing of the like experiences, right? Because in the years past, fasting was really tough for you, but now you see that it's very simple and very easy, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Right.
Avocados. Who knew?
Who knew? Avocados and shrimp, right? Yeah. Thumbs up to that for sure. Cool. Yeah. So tell me about your coaching experience here in our system. Like, because, sometimes when, we have clients, they're kind of a little bit apprehensive around the coaching, but tell me about your experience as, the support and the coaching that you received in the system.
In the beginning, I thought I was pestering you. And like, I'll say that legit, because I would text you. I'm like, do you remember the first like day? I was like, is hot sauce okay? And I'm sure you're probably rolling your eyes and like, yeah, man, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Like, because with the salad, like the Caesar dressing or the ranch, every now and then I just put a little hot sauce in just to kind of, change it up or whatever, right? But I'm like, is that allowed? Like, and I wanted to follow it to the letter, but I love the fact that I could text you and you would text back right away or call if I needed to. But for the most case, it was just texting back and forth. And the coaching experience was fantastic. Like, I mean, you would check in on me every, few days, really, just to make sure, hey, is everything okay? Like, do you like the meal plans? Do you want to change it? Are you bored of it? Which I thought was really cool, that you wanted to make sure that I wasn't like getting bored of it and then I'd fall off the wagon, right? So that was cool of you to do. And then even going back to the fasting thing, when I texted you, I'm like, hey, what can we do about that? You were like, hey, give me about an hour and I'll put a new meal plan together for you. So very quick, very responsive, like great support system, that you had in play there for me. And it made it so much easier.
Sweet. That's really good to hear. That's so awesome. Yeah. Like our like rule of thumb is like, we want to create a meal plan within 24 hours. So if I'm talking to you and you're like, okay, Trevor, like I need to, we're doing a coaching session and we're like on Zoom here. The rule of thumb is I have to complete the meal plan within a 24-hour period. So if we're talking by 2 p.m., say 2 p.m. Tuesday, that meal plan has to be done before 2 p.m. on Wednesday, because that's the whole thing. Like you want to get your meal plans quick and implement the changes quickly, right? So yeah,
exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Fantastic. So what would you say to someone who is considering joining our system and is on the fence and like, not sure if this is for me? What would you tell them?
I would say just go ahead and do it. It really, if you want to make a change in the way you feel, the way you look, your confidence, your energy levels, like go ahead and do it. And a lot of times, and I made this, kind of, I don't want to say a mistake, but this like idea of, I'll wait till, because I started mid-November. I'm like, I'll wait till the new year. But then it was a matter of, you had said something along the lines of like, well, New Year's is coming. So why don't you just start now? And, that way when New Year's comes, you're already kind of partway there. And if we have to adjust a little bit, we could adjust a little bit, but at least you've kind of already started the process. So that really, I was like, yeah, why am I waiting? Like, there is that whole new year, new you thing, but I'm like, I don't need to wait for a new year for that. Like a Monday works fine. And, no, I would tell anybody, it's a great system. It works. It, you got to follow it and you got to, put in the effort for it too, for sure. The beginning, I'll be totally transparent. It was different for me because I went from not eating right. Like I would eat maybe once a day, and your initial plan, depending on where you're at, is like you eat 4 times a day, which for me was a big change, but I trusted in the system and, I never looked back. So no, it's a great way to do it. And it's not something where you're longing for pain and, like longing for food, I should say, and you're like painfully hungry. Like that was never the case. The odd cravings that came in, you had some great tips for me to get, those late night cravings or whatever. And that, there was little tricks that you could do that help. And it was great experience overall.
Well, that's so awesome to hear. I'm so happy and excited that you had a great experience. And that's what it's all about. Like when I take somebody through our 12-week system, I want them to experience the exact same things that you've experienced, amazing weight loss results, but over and above that, like feeling great, having more energy, those are the intangible things that, you can't really measure on a scale, right? The feeling better, the just overall just feeling more, having better health. Like that's super, super important. So that's really amazing. So congratulations, Nick. That's fantastic. Like I mentioned, Nick just finished his 12th week with us. And can you mention, if you don't mind me asking, like how much weight did you lose? You said you were 180, and then where did you end up after the 12th week?
On the Sunday of the 12th week, I was at 152. So 28 pounds. Yeah, it was substantial. My ideal, my target was 155 to 160 was kind of where I wanted to be at, and obviously got to there. But it got to 152. Wore clothes that I haven't worn in a while, which is great. And I'm just looking forward to continuing it. And
that's awesome. That's amazing. And by the way, you look great, Nick. Like, I mean, I love, like, your skin is glowing. You look good. Your smiles are great. You're like, so I think like the whole complexion, of your body and face has completely changed. Like, you have a glow about you now. So
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Awesome. Love it.
Thank you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
It.
Well, you're very welcome. And I'm very grateful and humbled to have you as a client. So thanks so much, Nick. I really appreciate you sharing your experience. Before we leave, is there anything else you wanted to say to anybody in regards to our system?
You're going to love it. Just go ahead. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't have a starting target date where it's like 3 or 4 months down the road. Like you said, that 3 or 4 months is coming. So you may as well start now and feel better by that. So
exactly.
I'd say just go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Love it. All right, Nick. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Anytime.
Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you so much. And we'll chat with you soon.
Sounds good.
Okay,
See ya.
bye for now.
Bye.